Today on In the Wood Yard, I got firewood laying on the ground that needs to be stacked. Here we go, stacking time. So this afternoon, this pile right here, I would like to get stacked. But way over on the other side, we're gonna go the right now. I also have this big pile of wood that needs to be stacked that's laying on the ground for quite a while now. But I also have this wood laying over here in the woods. There's all cherry laying here, and this needs to be stacked. And because it's morning and there's shade here, I'm gonna work in the shade because it's kind of a hot day today. I got my darky hat on, but it's nice and cool because I got it wet. It's a hat that you can wet, it stays nice and cool. I like it. So I'm gonna get some of this cherry stacked. We're gonna start kind of back in this area here. And I got a bunch of cherry back there that needs to be cut yet. And then this stuff right here is cherry, and this needs to be split yet. So I'm gonna bring the splitter over too. So we got stacking, splitting, cleaning, that kind of stuff. So I pulled the splitter over here, and I'm gonna split that stuff eventually right over there. And then what I want to do first though is I want to get this stuff stacked in here, and I've got all these little balsam trays in here that I've been saving because what I'm going to do with them, I'm actually going to move them up to the front. I'll show you where I'm going to go. So I need to put a tree line in blocking the wood yard because of the covenants. I have to actually block my stuff because it's apparently offensive to people. So I already dug one out right here. There's the hole, and a little tree is in the wheelbarrow. So I'm going to wheel it up to the front and we're going to plant it. I figured I need about 40 of them to go across, and then if you see those pines out over there, and I need to come this way. So I basically need to make an L shape to block the view from over there and to block the view from the road. So I'm not going to get too fancy because I can always plant more trees, but I'm going to go like every 6 or 8 feet, something like that. 6 feet apart is standard for when you're doing Christmas trees, like with these, or most of these are 6 feet apart. It's like 2 steps between each tree here. When I planted them, there's some obviously ones that died in here. So I want them fairly close, probably 6 feet, so that they grow nice and thick, and then grow tall. Once they get to where they're touching branches, then they'll go straight up, and that's what's gonna happen. So, and I can always plant some more. I might actually do 2 rows and then stagger them, you know, Z-shaped, so that it's a tree, then a tree, then a tree, then a tree. And I might do that if I get more trees eventually. So we'll see, but right now I'm gonna go plant this little bugger. And then I got one more that's kind of in the way. I'm gonna dig that one out and plant that too. Christmas tree, Christmas tree. All right, so I got my hole started here. Just gotta make it a little bit bigger because I have to fit the root ball in a little better here. Because we've had a lot of rain in the last 2 weeks, now is the perfect time to do this because the ground is nice and saturated and it digs pretty good. And we have clay soil here. You guys probably can see that. When it's damp, it's pretty darn nice. When it's dry, it's like cement. And when it's real wet, it's like pudding. It sticks to everything. It's just terrible. I hate it. I take sandy soil any day over this crap. Where I grew up, we have sandy soil. And we had topsoil, which was nice, and then you had sand beneath, so it was actually pretty easy for digging anywhere. But this stuff is just not good. I don't like it. The only good thing is it holds moisture a little better than sand. Well, hopefully I got that big enough now. If not, I can dig a little bit more. So I kind of kept the root ball together. There's a nice thing about clay though, is that when you're digging, the clay sticks pretty darn nice. Oh, look at that. It's like I measured or something, and I didn't. Never measured a bit. Look at that. Fits better than OJ's glove. There you go. Look at that. A Christmas tree. So I'm going to dig another hole right there. It's about 6 feet apart. Let's take a couple steps and just try to keep it lined up. Get in there. Oh, I did it. All right, now I can just throw that back in the other hole. So all I'm doing is swapping dirt. So right about here is a straight line. So we're gonna dig another one right here. This is not what I intended on doing today. I intended on getting wood stacked, but I figure if I get a couple of these, if I get a couple of these moved, I can have room for stacking and get a start on this. I got about 40 trees to do this with. Although today, as nice as this is, I could probably slap in. I bet I could get a bunch of them done today. There we go. There's a nice big hole. I'd basically cut it the same shape as what the shovel would be if you could continue it all the way around. There we go. See if I can pick this up. Yeah, barely. That's heavy. Well, at least I know that all the trees I have back there, I'll be able to use them for a good purpose. Some of them are a little too big, maybe. I don't know if I'll be able to dig them all up, but I'll use most of them. There, that's pretty good. Let's go get another one. So here's the first hole. I'm just going to throw this chunk of sod right into it. Oh, don't do that. Beautiful. Look at that. Okay, let's see if we can get this one dug up. I've transplanted lots of trees, and a lot of people think you can't, but you can. You just got to make sure you keep them moist. So I'll probably have to water it. That's why I'd like to do them all at once and then just start watering them if we don't get rain. So you got to keep the ground wet when you transplant, because it's got to drink again once you give it that shock of cutting those feeder roots on the outside off. And get rid of these other plants growing in here. You also do not want to do this when they're first growing in the spring, because you get that real soft new growth. You can damage it. See, like down here, this is it'll turn brown like that. It gets damaged. I don't know. That's probably from the year before when it got trimmed around here. You're always better off to get more dirt than you need to preserve as much of the roots as you can. Yeah, and they broke. Took one root there, one big one. Whew, it's getting hot fast now. All right, so then I grabbed the stem, lift from the bottom, tried to get as much as I can of the whole tree. There we go. All right, now I'll go get that other chunk of sod that I tossed back there. Go scoop that up and bring it up. There you go. A lot of this has got flare on it, so I'll just kick this in. It'll grow out then. Although I'll probably put a pellet over the top of it with wood anywhere right in here anyway, so I just don't want a big hole to have the pellet sink in. All right, so plant number 2. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree. All right, number 2 is gonna jump in the hole. I don't know about jump. It's gonna be kind of a splat actually. It looks to me like my ball is bigger than the hole. I better dig a little bit out because I can always add a little extra. Once you throw it in though, it's hard to dig it back out. So I want to keep as much of the dirt on as possible so I don't have to replant when it dies. If it dies, it's not going to die. I have confidence in my digging skills. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, I hope you don't die, 'cause if you do, I'll rip you out and replace you with one of your friends. Oh, Christmas tree. That should be good. How you like my song? I can't sing for squat, as you guys can tell. Two things my kids tell me I should never do. Sing or dance. Hope I see a root here we got to get tucked. Yeah, I got a little extra space, but that's okay. I can cover it up with some doit. There, beautiful. Now I think I'm gonna dig hole number 3 because I have the wheelbarrow here, so I might as well dig out another hole. So I just got to make sure I'm in line here. Here's a 1, here's a 2. That's it right about here, should be good. Let's go put this by the next tree. All right, after a bunch of goofing around there, I didn't accomplish a whole lot other than move a couple trees and move some pallets, pick up some debris. I kind of cleaned some stuff up over there before I brought the tractor over. So I worked over there for almost an hour. I didn't even show you anything. I moved some logs around, but that's okay. You'll see it tomorrow. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna start stacking all this right here and just work my way this direction. Probably do like a full cord right here, and then right here, I'll do another full cord going that way and just kind of work the pile this direction is the plan. And then eventually, I probably won't do it today, but those logs back there, it's all cherry. There's all cherry here. That needs to be cut up too. So, and then I got stuff out there to split, which I don't know if I'll even get to that today because I'm just going to start working on this. I don't know how long I've got left that I can work outside, but looks like I got at least a few hours. So I'm going to keep going. Here we go again. So far, it's going well. I have found that without question, the stuff on the bottom is more wet now than when I split it this winter. It's down on the bottom there. There's some mold growing on some of it, and picked up pieces like these two right here. We're right on the bottom, and they feel like a chunk of lead. It's way heavier now. It's like a piece of ironwood, and it's cherry, so it should be light. But the stuff on top that I'm pulling off, this gray stuff, is dry as a bone. So I'm trying to put the stuff on the top of the pile down to the bottom of the stack here, and then putting the stuff on the bottom on the top so they can dry better. So it's kind of what you got to do. So I'm just going to keep going that direction and keep sweating because it's getting hot. But I'm getting some stacking done. It's getting some progress anyway. So we'll just keep going. wood. Stacked. I got about 3 full cords, maybe a little bit more than that. And all I got left to do is this here, which is probably, I don't know, 2 face cords, 2/3 of a cord right there. And then all the debris that I'll have to get cleaned up. And then I got that to cut and split. And I still got that pile there to split. But I'm out of time. I gotta go. I got stuff I gotta go do. I gotta go to my other job. That's it for today, folks. You know what to do. Poke the buttons tomorrow. I'll be back 5:30 a.m. with a new video just for you. If you can't wait that long, go to my channel. There's 800 videos waiting for you to watch right now. Good night, Irene.